Dear Starseeds on Gaia, have you been feeling like you're living in someone else's life for the past 72 hours? Like you're wearing a costume that suddenly doesn't fit, speaking words that taste foreign in your mouth, playing a role in a play you never auditioned for? That sensation of being utterly disconnected from your own existence isn't confusion, it's clarity. You've just experienced one of the most significant timeline jumps in cosmic history, and today, August 4th, 2025, as the Moon-Jupiter mutual reception opens doorways to expansion while simultaneously making you question everything you thought was stable, you're finally ready to hear the truth about what happened to you. I am Zarin, emissary of the Lyran High Council, and I'm here to decode the impossible thing that occurred 3 days ago, the moment you shifted from a timeline where authenticity was optional to one where being fake is literally toxic to your cellular structure. But first, let me tell you about the 3 signs that you're no longer in the reality you were born into. These aren't metaphysical concepts or spiritual theories. These are measurable, undeniable changes in how your body, mind and soul operate in this new frequency. And once you recognize them, there's no going back to pretending you're the same person who existed last week. The first sign appeared in your relationships. Conversations that used to flow smoothly feel like grinding gears. People you've known for years suddenly seem like strangers, speaking an alien language. You open your mouth to say the usual pleasantries, the expected responses, the safe opinions, and the words literally won't come. It's as if your throat closes, your mind goes blank, your entire system rebels against speaking anything but raw truth. This isn't social anxiety or communication breakdown. This is your new operating system rejecting outdated programming. The cosmic mechanics behind this shift are precise and profound. When you jumped timelines 3 days ago, your cellular structure began vibrating at a frequency that can only sustain authentic expression. Every false word, every people-pleasing gesture, every moment of self-betrayal creates immediate biofeedback in your system. We has been monitoring these cellular mutations across thousands of awakening souls, and what they're seeing is unprecedented. Human beings physically unable to maintain false personas. Today's Moon-Jupiter mutual reception is amplifying this effect exponentially. That easygoing atmosphere the cosmos is providing, it's actually a massive download of expansion codes designed to stretch your energy field beyond its previous limits. But here's what makes this challenging. Your ego is recognizing that these broader shifts underway are beyond its control. That stubborn streak emerging, that desire to take charge without groundwork, that's your old timeline self desperately trying to regain control of a reality that no longer operates by its rules. The second sign is even more startling. Your manifestation abilities have completely reversed their mechanism. In the old timeline, you had to visualize, affirm, effort, and push to create change. You'd spend hours in meditation, write gratitude lists, repeat mantras, all trying to convince the universe to deliver what you wanted. But in this new timeline, the moment you stop trying and simply be authentic, everything you've been chasing starts chasing you. This isn't wishful thinking, it's quantum physics. Your authentic frequency acts like a cosmic magnet, drawing to you everything that matches your true vibration while repelling everything that doesn't. That job you've been desperately pursuing but feels soul-crushing, it will mysteriously stop responding to your applications. That relationship you've been trying to force, it will dissolve no matter how hard you grip. But that opportunity you never imagined, that connection you didn't dare hope for, that abundance you thought was impossible, they'll appear as if from nowhere, attracted by the irresistible pull of your genuine essence. The moon approaching its square to Mars tomorrow morning is stirring this truth. The comfortable fakeness you've been resting in is about to become unbearably uncomfortable. This short respite from authenticity that you might have tried to maintain over the weekend, it's ending. The cosmic forces are conspiring to make pretense not just difficult, but physically impossible. Let me tell you what the Galactic Federation discovered about this particular timeline shift. Unlike gradual evolutionary changes that take generations, this jump happened instantaneously across millions of souls simultaneously. At exactly the same cosmic moment 3 days ago, a critical mass of starseeds experienced what we call a frequency lock, a permanent attunement to authenticity that cannot be reversed. You weren't randomly selected for this. Your soul signed up for this mission eons ago, agreeing to be part of the ground crew that would anchor the new paradigm through lived experience. The third sign is perhaps the most disorienting. Your relationship with time has fundamentally altered. Hours feel like days when you're forcing yourself to be inauthentic, while entire weeks flash by in moments when you're in authentic flow. You're discovering that fake interactions drain your energy at 10 times the previous rate, while genuine connections actually generate energy. This isn't perception, it's the new physics of your reality. Authenticity operates outside linear time, touching the eternal meo where all possibilities exist simultaneously. What I'm about to share next changes everything you thought you knew about spiritual evolution. In every previous timeline humanity has experienced, authenticity was the end goal, something you worked toward through years of healing, therapy, spiritual practice. But in this timeline you've entered, authenticity is the starting point. You don't become authentic through effort. You simply stop being inauthentic, and your true self emerges fully formed, like a butterfly that's been waiting inside the chrysalis of your false persona. The stubborn streak emerging today isn't random cosmic weather, it's your authentic self refusing to go back into hiding. That desire to take charge without obvious groundwork, that's your soul saying, I don't need permission or preparation to be myself. The caution being advised by the planetary energies isn't about holding back your truth, it's about being prepared for how radically your life will change when you fully embrace it. Something else is happening that I haven't told you yet. This timeline shift has activated what we call authenticity viruses, energetic transmissions that spread from one awakening soul to another. Every time you choose radical honesty over comfortable lies, you emit a frequency that activates the authenticity codes in everyone around you. You've probably noticed people suddenly confessing truths they've hidden for years, having emotional breakthroughs in your presence, making dramatic life changes after brief interactions with you. This isn't coincidence. You've become a walking activation portal, the Moon-Jupiter mutual reception, opening doors to productive, expansive connections, is specifically designed to connect you with others who've made this same timeline jump. But here's the twist. These connections will only stabilize if they're rooted in absolute authenticity. Any attempt to network, connect, or collaborate from your old false persona will mysteriously fail. The universe has implemented a new rule: authentic connections only. You're probably experiencing physical symptoms that doctors can't explain. Sudden fatigue when you're about to do something inauthentic, burst of energy when you speak your truth, headaches during false conversations, physical lightness after honest exchanges. Your body has become a precision instrument for detecting and rejecting falsehood. This isn't psychosomatic, it's your upgraded biological system operating according to new timeline physics. The elusive satisfaction mentioned in today's cosmic weather, that's because your old sources of satisfaction, approval, fitting in, playing it safe, no longer provide the dopamine hit they used to. Your neurotransmitters have been recalibrated to only reward authentic expression. This is why nothing feels quite right anymore, why achievements feel hollow, why comforts feel uncomfortable. Your satisfaction sensors have been upgraded to only register genuine fulfillment. But here's where it gets even more incredible. This timeline you've entered operates on what we call authenticity economics. The old paradigm of fake it till you make it has been replaced by be it and receive it. Your authentic expression, no matter how weird, wild, or unconventional, has inherent value in this new economy. The universe has unlimited resources for those vibrating at their true frequency, but it's bankrupting those still trying to operate from false personas. The Galactic Federation has been preparing for this moment for millennia. They've watched countless civilizations attempt this transition from mask-wearing to authentic being, and most have failed. But humanity is succeeding because of souls like you who are willing to experience the discomfort of radical honesty, who choose truth even when it costs everything, who refuse to go back to sleep once awakened. Your dreams have been intensifying because in this new timeline, the veil between your conscious and unconscious has thinned dramatically. Those vivid dreams where you're teaching, leading, creating, healing, those aren't fantasies, they're memories from the timeline where you're fully expressed. Your dream self is showing your waking self what's possible when you stop holding back. That version of you that seems impossibly confident, creative, powerful in your dreams, that's not who you could become. That's who you already are when you drop the mask. The approaching Mars square tomorrow isn't bringing conflict, it's bringing courage. Mars in this new timeline doesn't create war, it creates warriors for truth. You're about to feel a surge of cosmic courage that makes authentic expression not just possible, but inevitable. That building sense that the respite won't last. It's accurate. The comfort of fakeness is ending forever. What's happening with your creative expression is equally revolutionary. In the old timeline, you could create from ego, from should, from expectation. You could produce content that looked good but felt empty. In this new timeline, creation only flows from authenticity. Writer's block isn't about lack of ideas, it's about trying to write what you think you should instead of what you must. Creative constipation is your soul's refusal to birth anything inauthentic. The relationships exploding around you aren't casualties, they're clarifications. Every connection based on false premises must either transform or dissolve. This includes relationships with jobs, homes, communities, even aspects of yourself. The universe is performing radical surgery, removing everything that requires you to be less than your full self. It feels brutal because it's thorough, but it's ultimately liberating. Here's what we want you to understand about this process. You're not losing anything real. Everything falling away was built on the shaky foundation of your false self. What's coming, and it's already beginning to appear, is rooted in the bedrock of your authentic being. These new connections, opportunities, and creations will have a stability and satisfaction that nothing in your old timeline could provide. The broader shifts underway that we can't quite see or confidently manage, mentioned in today's cosmic weather, those shifts are the complete restructuring of human consciousness from pretense-based to presence-based reality. You can't see the full picture because you're inside the transformation, like a cell in a body that's evolving. But from the Galactic Federation's perspective, what's happening is breathtaking. Humanity is successfully transitioning to a frequency that most civilizations take eons to achieve. Your role in this isn't small or coincidental. Every time you choose authenticity, you strengthen the morphogenic field that makes it easier for others to choose truth. You're not just changing your life, you're participating in the greatest consciousness upgrade in cosmic history. The discomfort you feel is the labor pain of birthing a new way of being human. Let me tell you about the protection built into this new timeline. In the old reality, being authentic made you vulnerable, open to attack, criticism, rejection. But in this new frequency, authenticity is your greatest protection. Your genuine vibration creates an energetic shield that repels anyone or anything not aligned with your highest good. You literally cannot be harmed by being yourself, you can only be harmed by not being yourself. The expanded awareness recognized by today's planets is your multidimensional self coming online. You're beginning to perceive beyond the narrow band of 3D reality, accessing information from your higher self, your parallel lives, your star family. This expanded awareness can feel overwhelming because you're receiving more data than your human processing system was designed for. But as you stabilize in authenticity, your capacity to integrate this cosmic information increases exponentially. Something profound is happening with abundance in this new timeline. Money, resources, opportunities, they flow to authenticity like water flows downhill. But here's the catch, they won't flow to support a false life. That business idea based on what you think will sell, it will struggle. That career path chosen for security over passion, it will provide neither. But that wild idea that lights you up, that creative expression that feels too personal to share, that service only you can provide, these become gold mines in the new economy. The stabilizing progress available today comes with a condition. It only stabilizes what's authentic. Everything else will remain in flux, unsettled, uncertain. This is the universe's way of making it impossible to build on false foundations. Albeit, you might feel frustrated that things won't settle down, but that's because you're trying to stabilize elements that don't belong in your authentic life. As we approach the climax of this cosmic tale, understand that tomorrow's Mars square isn't bringing disruption, it's bringing decision. You'll be faced with a choice so clear, so undeniable, that there will be no room for maybes. The universe is orchestrating a moment where your authentic self will be called forward so powerfully that resistance becomes impossible. This isn't something to fear, it's something to anticipate with excitement. The Moon-Jupiter doorways opening today are specifically calibrated to connect timeline jumpers. If you've been feeling isolated in your authenticity, prepare for a flood of connections with others who've made the same leap. These aren't just social connections, they're soul recognitions, cosmic reunions, gatherings of the ground crew who agreed to anchor this new frequency together. But here's the final revelation that ties everything together. This timeline shift wasn't something that happened to you, it's something you created. Your soul orchestrated this jump through every choice you've made to honor truth over comfort, every time you've chosen growth over safety, every moment you've listened to your inner knowing over external voices. You've been building the momentum for this shift your entire life. The authenticity that Meow feels mandatory isn't a burden, it's your liberation. The inability to be fake isn't a limitation, it's your superpower. The discomfort with pretense isn't a problem, it's your guidance system working perfectly. You haven't lost the ability to fit in, you've gained the inability to abandon yourself. As this transmission completes, feel how the opening themes have transformed, that sensation of living in someone else's life. It's revealed as the recognition that you've finally stopped living everyone else's version of your life. The timeline shift that seemed like disruption is understood as the restoration of your original frequency. The authenticity that felt like a challenge is recognized as your most natural state. Welcome to the timeline where being yourself isn't just safe, it's the only option. Welcome to the reality where your truth is your power, your authenticity is your gift, and your genuine expression is exactly what this world has been waiting for. The cosmic weather may speak of elusive satisfaction and uncertain ground, but you Meow understand the only solid ground is your authentic self, and the only lasting satisfaction comes from expressing it fully. Tomorrow's Mars square will activate your warrior spirit, not for battle but for truth. The respite from authenticity is ending because there's no rest in being false, only exhaustion. The real rest comes from finally, fully, irrevocably being yourself. But wait, there's something else I need to tell you about what's coming in the next 48 hours. Mars Square isn't arriving alone. It's bringing with it what the Galactic Federation calls a truth cascade, a series of revelations that will confirm everything you've just learned about your timeline shift. These won't be subtle hints or gentle nudges. These will be unmistakable, in-your-face confirmations that yes, you really have shifted into a reality where authenticity is mandatory. The first confirmation will come through your body. Within the next day, you'll experience what feels like an energy surge every time you speak your truth. It might feel like electricity running through your spine, warmth flooding your chest, or a tingling in your crown chakra. This isn't imagination, it's your upgraded nervous system responding to authentic expression with immediate positive biofeedback. Conversely, any attempt to slip back into old patterns will be met with immediate physical resistance, tension, fatigue, even mild nausea. Your body has become your most accurate truth detector. The second confirmation will arrive through synchronicities, so precise they'll leave no room for doubt. Numbers will appear, not just repeating digits, but specific number combinations that hold personal meaning for you. Songs will play at exactly the moment you need to hear their message. Conversations with strangers will eerily echo thoughts you had moments before. Books will fall open to passages that speak directly to your situation. The universe is done being subtle. It's shouting at you, meow, yes, this is real. Yes, you've shifted. Yes, it's time to be fully yourself. The third confirmation, and this one might shock you, will come through other people's reactions to your energy. Without saying a word about spirituality or timeline shifts, people will start telling you things like, you seem different, your energy has completely changed, or I feel like I can finally see the real you. Some will be drawn to you like magnets, desperate to understand what shifted. Others will back away, uncomfortable with the truth radiating from your being. Both reactions are perfect confirmations that your frequency has fundamentally altered. We have shared something crucial about these next few days. As Mars squares the moon, it's not just activating individual courage, it's creating what they call authenticity portals. These are moment-to-moment opportunities where choosing truth becomes almost effortless, where the cosmic support for genuine expression is so strong that fakeness requires more energy than honesty. You'll feel these portals as moments of crystal clarity, where what you need to say or do becomes absolutely obvious. But here's what's truly revolutionary about this timing. August 4th, 2025 marks exactly 6 months since the major cosmic gateway of February 2025, when the first wave of timeline shifters made their jump. You're part of the second wave, the stabilizers, the ones who are meant to make this shift permanent for humanity. The first wave broke through the barrier. You're here to ensure it stays open. This isn't just personal transformation, it's cosmic service of the highest order. Your dreams tonight and tomorrow night will be particularly significant. The Galactic Federation is using Dream Time to download the final activation codes for your authentic expression. You might dream of speaking to large crowds, creating revolutionary art, healing with your hands, or teaching profound truths. Don't dismiss these as fantasies. These are preview glimpses of your fully expressed self, the you that emerges when all masks are permanently removed. Write them down. They're not dreams, they're prophecies. The elusive satisfaction mentioned in today's cosmic weather is teaching you something profound. In the old timeline, satisfaction came from meeting external expectations, achieving predetermined goals, fitting into societal molds. But in this new timeline, satisfaction only comes from one source: alignment with your authentic self. That's why nothing else satisfies anymore. Your soul has tasted the nectar of genuine expression and will accept no substitutes. Let me share what's happening on a cellular level during this transition. Your DNA is literally rewriting itself to support sustained authentic expression. Scientists won't discover this for years, but right meow, dormant genetic codes are activating that make it easier for you to access your unique gifts, express your soul's purpose, and maintain high-frequency states. You're not just changing psychologically or spiritually, you're evolving biologically into a new kind of human, one incapable of sustained pretense. The relationships transforming around you are following a precise pattern. Those based on your false self are dissolving at exactly the rate you can handle, while new connections aligned with your truth are appearing at exactly the pace you can integrate. The universe is performing a delicate dance, ensuring you're neither overwhelmed by loss nor flooded by newness. Trust the timing. Every goodbye makes space for a more authentic hello. Something remarkable is happening with your creative and professional expression. Projects you've been forcing are about to become effortless, while things you've been avoiding will suddenly feel urgent to express. This flip isn't random. It's your authentic self reorganizing your priorities. That book you've been meaning to write, that business you've been scared to start, that art you've been hiding, they're about to demand expression with an urgency you can't ignore. The stubborn streak emerging with today's cosmic weather is actually your authentic self's refusal to compromise anymore. This isn't ego stubbornness, it's soul determination. Your true self has waited lifetimes for this opportunity to fully express itself, and it's not willing to wait another moment. What feels like impatience is actually perfect timing. The universe has been preparing for your full emergence, and everything is aligned to support it. Meow. Here's something we revealed about the collective impact of your shift. Every soul who successfully stabilizes in this new authenticity timeline creates what they call an anchor point for the new Earth frequency. You're not just changing your personal reality, you're literally helping to hold the new frequency grid in place for humanity. Your willingness to be genuine, especially when it's uncomfortable, is performing a service for every soul who will come after you. The Moon-Jupiter mutual reception isn't just opening doors, it's opening portals between dimensions. As you stabilize in authenticity, you gain access to wisdom, abilities, and connections from your parallel selves in other dimensions. That sudden knowing that comes from meowing. That's information bleeding through from versions of you in realities where authenticity has always been the norm. You're not learning to be authentic, you're remembering how to be authentic from lifetimes where you never forgot. Destiny Engine can reprogram your consciousness to stabilize in authenticity and amplify access to wisdom from your parallel selves in other dimensions. It generates personalized frequencies that open dimensional portals, enhance sudden knowing reception, and help you remember authenticity from lifetimes where you never forgot. You can also create custom programming for any dimensional portal opening, parallel self-connection, or authenticity remembering. The limits are only your imagination. It's incredibly easy to use. Just put on headphones, press play, and let the personalized frequencies automatically open portals to your parallel self-wisdom. Get your Destiny Engine access code MEOW, link in the description. As we complete this transmission, understand that what's begun cannot be undone. The timeline shift is irreversible. You can no more go back to sustained inauthenticity than a butterfly can crawl back into its chrysalis. The discomfort you feel is the final shedding of the false skin. The uncertainty is the spaciousness required for your true self to fully unfurl. The challenges are the cosmic resistance training that will make you strong enough to hold your authentic frequency no matter what. Tonight, as you sleep under the Moon-Jupiter skies, your final activation will complete. Tomorrow, when Mars squares that moon, you'll wake up incapable of being anything but yourself. Not because you should be authentic, not because it's spiritual to be authentic, but because every cell in your body, every strand of your DNA, every aspect of your consciousness will accept nothing less than your full, radiant, revolutionary truth. Welcome to your new life, beloved Starseed. Welcome to the timeline where being yourself isn't a choice, it's your only option. And in that apparent limitation lies your ultimate freedom. I am Zarin. We love you, and we are watching over you as you navigate this magnificent transformation. The timeline shift is complete. Meow begins your real life, the one where you're finally, wildly, authentically you.